Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Hey guys, welcome Cappers Nation Live, your weekly all things sports gambling show. I am your host, Kyle Johnson, coming to you live from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, at our new earlier time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. Welcome guys, welcome to the show. Let's do a quick audio check, make sure everybody's able to hear me today. And we're going to get rolling because we've got some free plays to give away, some great information, some great leans, and some money to be made. So how's that audio, everybody? Everybody doing all right? Hootie by night. Kyle, welcome. Loud and clear. Good to know. Brian, welcome. Ty, welcome. Let some people log on here, and then we will get rolling. How's your guys' day going so far? Happy Thursday night football. What's going on, guys? Give me 1 second while I get the rest of the feed up on the website. We should be live on Twitter, Periscope, like 15 other websites, except our own currently. We're working on that one right now. Money time, as Ronald just said. Hootie by night, no, I did not pick up the beer just yet. Kyle's already, he's got his beer, notepad, you are all set. Good to know. Now we just need to get this show rolling. We should be good to go and jump on in just a quick second here. Anybody know a score on that Brewers-Rockies game just yet? Last time I checked, it was 2-0. That was, I think, in the 4th inning or 5th inning, something like that. All right, we just sent out a text message to everybody that's in our database. So if you are on our text message alert list for free plays and when we go live, you should be getting our text message anytime now, if you haven't already. If you did get a text message or an email letting you know that we were live, please do let me know. That way we can just keep track, make sure it's actually going out. Brian got it 20 minutes ago. That was early. Good. Hootie, you still did not get it, huh? Dr. Franco in the house. Johnny, we have a moment of silence. Absolutely. We're letting some people log on. We're trying to get the feed on our website. And then we're going to jump right into it. At our new early time. How's everybody like this going earlier thing? Hopefully we get some more user participation. Ronald, you got the YouTube notification. Good deal. All right. Well, while they're working on getting it on our website, we're going to get going because we've got a good show planned for you guys. A lot of great stuff to give away. A lot of information. Some leans, some free plays. So let's just dive right into it. But first, if you guys are just tuning in, I do agree, Kyle. Earlier is better. Hey, M. Davis. All right, guys. If you guys are just tuning in, if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We go live 3 days a week, Thursdays now at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific, where we break down college football on Saturday, the NFL on Sunday. And make sure you subscribe. You can do it right from our YouTube channel. Bottom right-hand corner of the video, you're going to see our logo. All you got to do is click on it, hover your mouse over it. It pops up a small little window. Click that subscribe button, and you're good to go. If you're on your phone or your tablet, just turn it sideways. Scroll up just a tad bit. You'll see that red box. Hit that subscribe button. Get subscribed. Get those notifications every single time we post a video or we go live, guys. It don't matter if it's a pre-recorded video or a live video just like this. If we put out a video, we've got a free play in it for you. Absolutely, Hootie by night. Go Knights, Las Vegas Knights. The Golden Knights, baby. First game of the season tonight. We've got Philadelphia in town, and yours truly will be at the game. So we're going to just hammer through this information. So I hope you guys are ready to start taking notes because puck drops at 7. Show runs usually around 2 hours, and I am headed to the game. So let's get started. All right, guys. Now, first of all, welcome to everybody. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the show. If you're not watching this on YouTube, please come over to YouTube and watch us on YouTube. You'll be able to participate in the interaction part where you can post comments, post questions. You can ask me questions. I'll be happy to answer them. You can interact with the other users. There's a lot of valuable information that goes on in the live chat, and that if you're not on YouTube, you can't participate. Hell, you can't even see it. So if you're not on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitter, Periscope, on our website, or the other 14 places that it airs live, please do come over to YouTube, youtube.com. In the search box, just type in Cappers Nation Live. It'll pop up the live link for this feed, and you're not going to miss nothing. And as always, every single time we do a live video, it's always archived. It's always there, and you can always watch the archived version. You can always rewind, all right? So let's jump right into it. It's going to be a great day today. We've got Major League Baseball going on already, and as they just said, updated, the Brewers, the Red Hot Brewers, are leading 2-0. I did see that guy Yelich hit a 2-run home run. He's probably going to end up being the MVP. So we'll see. Hopefully, but in reality, go Rockies. All right. Now, what do we got on tap today, guys? We got a lot of stuff. We got free plays. We got a great Real Talk segment. We've got college football to discuss. The NFL, Major League Baseball, the hockey's back. NHL is back. All right, guys. This show is brought to you by the guys over at cappersdirect.com, where I'm at it on a daily basis. Your nation's leading group of handicappers, industry experts, syndicates, and sharps alike. Guys, make sure you check us out on the web at cappersdirect.com. Guys, we've got a big day planned over there. We've got 3 big premium plays getting ready to start. And if you're not on our premium plays, there's still time. We've got 3 big premium plays today. Mike, welcome, bud. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. A little under the weather, but nothing, some amoxicillin and some allergy medication ain't killing for me. And but first, back to our premium plays, guys. We've got 3 premium plays. It's going to be an absolute huge day today. If you want to get on board our premium plays, there's 2 college and the side on the NFL game. They're actually on sale. It's $199 for 5 days. You'll end up with Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. NFL, college football, Major League Baseball premium plays, all for $199, guys. You go to the website and you purchase them right on the website, cappersdirect.com. Click on that premium play tab, and you'll be good to go. All right, guys, it's actually really, really quick and easy to get on board. You get instant access every single time you purchase. So as soon as you purchase, guys, you get instant access. Sorry, I'm trying to delete this spammer's comment. This female keeps posting, but it went by too fast. Remember, guys, if somebody posts a link in the feed, be very careful. A lot of it leads you straight to spam and a lot of viruses on the internet. So be forewarned, if somebody's posting links to go watch a game here, watch a game there, just be careful, all right? Just be careful. And as Marceliano just said, NCAA Live is on. You know, you can't please them all, and we can, you can't compete with all the shows out there. Cool. I guess we got to boot this guy too. So hold on. Jesus, I wish we could just get rid of the spammers and the bots that post their links. It would make our shows go just a little bit faster. We'd probably save about 10 minutes. Be able to break down an extra game. Guapo, thank you, buddy. I do really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, let's just jump straight into it. We're going to go back to the rest of the specials that we have over at Cappers Direct here in just a minute. But first, let's start breaking down a couple key games that are going on today. Crypto, you want to know about teasers? Yes, either today or Saturday I'll go over teasers. If we got time today, I will definitely go over teasers. And if you want a whole win-loss record, I'll be more than happy to get it for you, but I'm going to have to add it up. I don't actually have it sitting in front of me in the studio, but we do have it, and I'll be more than happy to get it to you. Kyle, I love that over, buddy. Absolutely over. And you know what? That's the first game that we're going to break down. Indianapolis Colts, New England Patriots. NFL, Thursday Night Football. I love this going early because we don't have to rush through it. That game starts in 1 hour and 3 minutes, guys. We've got plenty of time. Guapo, when did I start betting? I was betting, I made my first bet at 18 or 9, 18, I believe it was. It's been a while. And I wish, I'm going to have to make one of you guys a comment moderator so that way you guys can block these people. That way I don't have to, because all it does is take away time. All right, guys. Mike, I always get your tickets, bud. Always get your tickets. All right, let's jump right into the Colts and Pats game, guys. Starts in 1 hour and 2 minutes. Fox Network, NFL Network, game 301 and 302. I swear I've already blocked this same individual like 17 times today. See if I can block it real quick. All right, there we go. I try to crypto, but you know, it takes too long. Takes away from the show. All right, guys. New England Patriots opened up as a 10.5-point favorite. As of last night, they were still sitting at a 10.5-point favorite. However, I have seen that line has gone up in quite a few places in just the last hour alone. So let me pop up a live odds. Let me log in here and see where the live odds are. The Westgate's got the Patriots favored by 11. The William Hill's got them at 11. Stations, just moved them to 11. MGM is still at 10.5. The win is still at 10.5 here in Vegas. Bet Online still has them at 10.5 offshore. Edelman is back, as Russ just said. Russ points out that Julian Edelman is back off a 4-game suspension. He's actually on my fantasy team. Verlin, welcome to the show, buddy. Verlin, we're looking for all those M&Ms today. We're looking for the M&Ms. How many M&Ms we got out here? Thank you. Yep, it is nice, and I went and saw old girl last night. She freshened me up and set me on my way. All right, guys. Total opened up at 53.5. As of this afternoon, it was at 50. Currently, it's even dropped another half a point at the Westgate. 49.5 at the Westgate, the under. Very, very, very interesting what's going on with the total. And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute as well. I'm popping up the money trends to see. Let's see where the money's going. So here's an interesting fact, all right? When the total drops, generally speaking, Vegas wants you to think everybody's betting the unders because that's generally what happens. But when you find 61% of all the dollars coming in on the over, and that line keeps dropping, but yet that number keeps rising, Vegas wants you to think, because not everybody is going to be in the know to go check where the odds are coming at, all right, where the money is at. Not everybody has access to real-time information. A lot of you guys have access to information on Scores and Odds or Don Best or Vegas Insider. Those are not always accurate, okay? Those are there for you to see what the casinos want you to see. But to get the true information and the true value and the true percentage, the public doesn't have access to that, all right? Most of the public. There's a few people in the public that do, but most don't. But when you see 61% on the over, and that number keeps rising, yet the total keeps dropping, Vegas is begging you to take the under. They're saying, please take the under. Please, please, please take the under so that we can win, all right? The lights are not always on for, because Vegas loses. So while they're dropping that line trying to make you think everybody's pounding the under, it's the exact opposite. Everybody's pounding the over, and they need you desperately to start betting the under. All right, guys? So be careful if you're betting the under. We did give out the over. A lot of times, the odds will change on a game. But it doesn't always mean what you think it means. Okay? It doesn't always mean... Sorry, banning another spammer. What you think it means, because if you're not privy to the information, you will never know. So, the Colts sitting 1-3 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. Patriots 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. Top team trends, New England is 13-2 against the spread their last 15 games after playing the Dolphins. The Colts are just 3-10-1 against the spread the last 14 games, revenging a loss against New England. The Colts are 10-1-1 on the over their last 12 games on the road after a close, straight-up loss of 3 points or less. Mike, there's still plenty of time in that baseball game. Still plenty of time. 2 innings. Still plenty of time for things to change for you in that game. So I'll root for you there. All right. Head-to-head trends between the Colts and the Patriots. New England is 26-11 straight up and 24-12 against the spread against the Colts since 1992. Russ just pointed out, and Russ is our non-paid, not on the payroll, but he should be, off-site statistician. Andrew Luck owns a 0-5 career mark versus New England and has completed just 48% of his pass attempts and thrown 9 interceptions in 3 games in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Mike, we're going to get to the college football games here in just a minute. After I block another spammer. Spammer blocked. Last time they played, guys, Colts and the Patriots, 2015. October 18, 2015. New England won on the road by a touchdown, 34-27. I believe they were getting 9.5 points, too. The Colts, the 1-3 Colts. With Andrew Luck back, I never thought I'd expect for them to be 1-3. Reading text messages. The 1-3 Colts and Andrew Luck head to Foxborough and take on the surging New England Patriots and Tom Brady. Patriots coming off a big blowout win over the Dolphins last Sunday, winning 38-7. The Colts coming off a heartbreaking loss themselves, where they made a big comeback in last Sunday's game against the Texans, and they ended up losing 37-34. No matter what happened last weekend, with the Patriots and the Dolphins, their defense is still, they're not trustworthy. I don't care that they limited the Dolphins to just 1 touchdown. They're just not trustworthy, all right? The Colts, they're 11-3 on the under the past 14 games, while the Patriots are 12-4 on the under their last 16 games in the regular season. I don't necessarily think all those under numbers and trends are really going to matter come game time tonight. The Patriots had a very, very solid ground attack last week with Sonny Michael and James White, as well as with Tom Brady in the air. Now, what's crazy is I have both Tom Brady and Andrew Luck on my big money fantasy league team, and I started Baker Mayfield. I wish I would have started Luck. I think he got like 50-something points. The Patriots, as Russ pointed out about 5-6 minutes ago, they get suspended Julian Edelman back. He'll be in the slot in his normal position. He is Tom Brady's favorite receiver. He is back after serving the first 4 games suspension of the season. The Colts have covered their 2 road games so far this year. All right, the 2 games the Colts have covered have come on the road. 10.5 point line opened up. No doubt, this is an overinflated line. And I don't know if you guys are even aware of this. Okay? Give me 1 second here. Please forgive me, I've been under the weather on antibiotics, some steroids for the nose, all kinds of crazy stuff. Hey, Bill, welcome to the show. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the New England Patriots line opened up at 10.5. And it was admitted by John Murray, the sportsbook director at the Westgate, that when they came out with the line on Sunday, knowing that the Patriots just blew out the Dolphins and limited them to just 1 touchdown, they grabbed the football, grabbed the tequila. That's what I really need to be doing. But the director at the Westgate openly admitted that they inflated the line by a field goal. Love that comment, Steve. And what that means is that line should have been 7.5. However, they opened the line up at 10.5. And he openly admitted it was because of their big blowout against the Dolphins. But not because of how they played on the field or the final score, but knowing that the general public will jump on the Patriots bandwagon once again because they blew out the Dolphins. So, that's why you see all the money coming in on the Patriots. 74% of all the spread money, I can't talk. 74% of all the bets on against the spread are coming in on New England. 88% of all the money line bets are on New England. But the general public doesn't realize that the line is overinflated by 3 touchdowns, by 3 points, by 1 field goal just to start. All right? Andrew Luck is good enough to keep them within 1 touchdown. Fact. He is a very smart, intelligent quarterback. As me and Verlin were discussing, one of our clients, he's actually on here watching live, we discussed about Andrew Luck and him being a smart quarterback today. Thank you, everybody, for the likes. We do greatly appreciate it. As well as all the subscriptions and all the views. I don't think we've ever had that many likes on one video. Absolutely amazing. But anyways, back to the overinflated line. I keep getting sidetracked here. I'm sick. I'm on medication. I get sidetracked. You guys are going to have to keep me in check today, all right? The thing with the overinflated line is Vegas did this because they knew the general public is just going to absolutely pound the Patriots. They could have made it a 12-point line to open, and the public would still pound the Patriots. They could have made it a 14-point line, and they still would have pounded the Patriots. All right? But they made it a 10.5-point line. It's now up to 11. And when you look at the statistics between the Patriots and the Colts, they're neck and neck. I mean, they're right there. The 23rd and 24th ranked offenses in the league. Same thing with the defensive side. Although Indianapolis does allow 4 points more per game than the Patriots. So on paper, on the field, these teams are neck and neck this year. All right? Vegas knows that. They made the line 10.5. That way you guys would buy it and bet the Patriots. Now, our free play is on the total of that game, and we'll go over that here in just a second. Colts averaging 23.5 points per game. Welcome to the show, Brian. You haven't missed nothing. We're just starting on the first breakdown. Patriots averaging 23.8 points per game. Guys, a differential of 0.3 points. All right? Keep in mind, neck and neck. Colts allowing 25 points per game, while the Patriots allowing just 21. 4-point differential. Close game, guys. Colts offense averaging 265 yards in the air, 72 on the ground. Patriots offense with Tom Brady averaging 220 in the air and 117 with their combined running game on the ground. The Colts defense allowing opposing teams 268 yards in the air and 109 on the ground. The Patriots defense allowing 226 in the air and 121 on the ground. Brian, the Brewers are absolutely red hot. But so are the Rockies, winning 10 of the last 12. Speaking of the Brewers, there was a nice futures wager made by BetterX on the Brewers at plus 600 the other day. I was going to try and show that, but I forgot to load it into the program here. Let me see if I can get it and I can load it in here. Let's see if I can find it on this, and I'll see if I can share it with you guys. Here we go. We're going to go over that here a little bit later. But back to the free play, guys. Total on the game opened up at 53.5. It's now down to 49.5. We gave it out at 50.5 late last night. It don't matter what you guys get that total at. We are giving out the over 50.5, the over 50, the over 49.5. It don't matter what you get it at, we are giving out the over. Comprende, everybody? Let's see if I can load these futures. These future bets in here real quick. Because there are actually some interesting NBA, hockey, and the World Series. And we're going to touch on that in our Real Talk segment. All right, perfect. I'm going to get that on here, after all. Alrighty, let's get back to the show. So, your free play in the NFL is on the over. Free consensus play. $54.5 for what? The college football? Kyle, I like that bet. Mike, they absolutely do get excited when I say BetterX. He's been getting murdered lately, poor guy. Crypto Soldier, which were you referring to, the over 54.5? Now, where did you ever get that line at 54.5? It was never 54.5. It opened up at 53.5. We gave it out at the over of 50.5. Guapo over 49.5 is amazing. I don't like the Patriots money line. I don't like laying that big of a money line bet on an untrustworthy defense. Thank you, Juan. I do appreciate it. Absolutely, Verlin. You better make sure I'm your first call when you get to town. Crypto, you need to go to another place. If Bovada is giving you 54.5, it's 50.5. It's actually down to 50 at 5 dimes. Now, we broke down the one football game in the NFL for today. We're going to jump around a little bit, all right? We're going to get to college football, break down some games there, go over one of the games for tonight. And then we'll get back to the NFL here in a little bit. I don't know about that one, Princess Chachu. I don't know about Houston. Tulsa might have a shitty record, but they've been beat by some fairly decent teams. Week 6 of college football starts today, tonight, 7 minutes ago. Mario, I like that. Everybody knows I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan. Troy winning 7-0. We gave out the over in that game as a premium play. The over 54.5 with Troy winning 7-0 already. Troy should absolutely smash Georgia State today. They really should. All right, the AP Top 10. Let's run down it real quick, and then let's go over some key games of the week for myself. And then let's start breaking down some games. Number 1, Alabama. Traveling to Arkansas. Alabama laying 35 on the road. 5 touchdown favorite on the road. Alabama is probably unstoppable this year. They probably run the gauntlet and go undefeated. Number 2, Georgia. It's got Vanderbilt at home. Georgia laying 26.5. Number 3, Ohio State has Indiana at home. Ohio State laying 25 points at home. Number 4, Clemson, after a very narrow and small and lucky victory last week over Syracuse, heads to Wake Forest, laying 20 points. A very big game. Number 5, LSU, heads to number 22, Florida. LSU getting no respect on the road, laying only 2 points. Number 7, Oklahoma, has number 19, Texas, at home. Oklahoma only laying 7 at home. Finally, the Longhorns are getting a little bit of respect by the odds makers. Either that or they're finally getting tired of getting beat with everybody taking the points on the Longhorns. Number 8, Auburn heads to Mississippi State. Auburn laying 3.5 on the road. Number 9, West Virginia, has Kansas at home. West Virginia laying 28.5 points. Big spread right there for West Virginia. We're going to see how good Will Grier is and how many points they can run up. He's definitely trying to keep his name in the Heisman category, so it will be interesting to see just how good he does this coming Saturday. Wilson Utriega, the comments you just left on our YouTube channel, I will reply to you after the program. I see you just left a couple comments 10 minutes and 16 minutes ago. Normally Jay does all the commenting on our YouTube channel. Luckily for me and my snappiness, Jay is on vacation. So you guys get me. But anyways, back to the top 10. We'll go over that here in a minute. Number 10, Washington travels down to Los Angeles to face off against they very, I won't curse, poor Chip Kelly and UCLA. Washington laying just 3 touchdowns on the road against UCLA. Why only 3? Russ, because everybody and their mother took Clemson. Vegas did that thinking that they knew everybody was going to bet Clemson. They could have made that line 30 or 15 or 12, 9. Instead they make it 24, and everybody still pounded Clemson and got murdered. Knowing that Syracuse plays them tough and upset them last year. Key games of the week for me. Verlin, I am a former sailor, so I do curse, and like you hear in our conversations on the phone, it's just something that comes natural, but I know there are some younger people and some women watching the live show, so I try and refrain. Not like sitting on the couch with your laptop, your tablet, or your phone out watching a video. You got your wife or your kid next to you, and some dude just starts cursing up a storm. Quick way to lose a viewer. Key games of the week for myself this week. Number 19 versus number 7, Oklahoma. Texas versus Oklahoma. Number 5, LSU versus number 22, Florida. Number 13, Kentucky facing off against Texas A&M. And number 6, Notre Dame, who survived and smashed Stanford, against number 24, Virginia Tech. Ronald, you'd be in trouble if your wife caught you watching the show on sports betting. That's why we're just going to talk and say it's an all-sports show. There we go. We'll leave it at that one there, Ronald. And last but not least on my watch list, Utah versus number 14, Stanford. Pac-12 matchup, late Saturday night. Those are the 5 games that are key to me and look forward to watching. Now, first game on the docket we're going to break down. Starts here in 17 minutes. Tulsa versus Houston. I see a lot of you guys posting about Houston, 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 Houston. Holy Houston, holy Houston. And we're going to go over that here shortly. TDECU Stadium, Houston, Texas. Going to be televised on ESPN. Game 303, 304. As Brian just pointed out, Brewers are leading 2-0 in Game 1. Top of the 8th, 2-0. Let's go Rockies. Game 303, 304. Houston opened as a 15.5 point favorite, guys. Just before filming this show 2 hours ago, the line already had Houston as an 18.5 point favorite. Now, I'm pulling the odds. I'm double checking everything because things change rapidly here in Las Vegas. It's already down a point, or half a point down to 18 at the stations, the Wynn, and the Westgate. Over and under opened at 67.5. It was up to 70.5 not long ago, and it's already another point higher at 71.5. Tulsa sitting 1-3 straight up. Not looking good for Tulsa so far this year. 1-3 against the spread. Houston is 3-1 straight up and 2-2 against the spread. Tulsa is 21-4 against the spread the last 25 games on the road against decent scoring teams, averaging 30 points per game or more. Houston is just 1-5-1 against the spread the last 7 games, after a game with a turnover margin of +2 or better. Houston is 7-0 on the under their last 7 games against opponents after a game with a turnover margin of +3 or better. Now, head-to-head matchup trends. The road teams, pay attention, should I tap the mic? And then dunk, dunk, dunk. Road teams are 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings between Tulsa and Houston. All right, guys, they played last year. And if you guys aren't aware of this, they played in Tulsa. Tulsa smashed Houston 45-17. They were a home team dog getting 13 points, and they won 45-17. Houston won the year before that in 2016, 38-31, laying 22.5 points at home. They did not cover the 22.5. Sorry, reading some reading the comments, as Princess Chachu just said. Last year, Houston, as I just said, went to Tulsa as a 13-point favorite and got smashed by Houston. Both teams coming off a much-needed bye. Tulsa's coming off a 31-17 loss to Temple, and Houston is coming off a big 70-14-point win over Texas Southern as a 55.5-point favorite. The early money was all on Houston, as no doubtedly they have the number 2 ranked team in the country for total offense, averaging 608.5 yards per game. However, guys, the Houston defense, they rank 119th, allowing 503 yards per game. Russ just pointed out Tulsa has allowed a defensive touchdown in 3 of its 4 games, as opponents have scored on 2 interception returns and 2 fumble returns. We like to call them here at Cappers Direct. We call all this year. I cannot talk today. Hey, look, it's Russell Westbrook lovers. Let's ban him. Hold on, folks. Time to drop the ban hammer. More trolls. All right. Cool, we're glad you're live. Go get your own subscribers. Princess Chachu, it has the makings to go over 80. Alright? But here at Cappers Direct, we like to refer to Tulsa as Turnover Tulsa this year. Alright? As Tulsa, well, hold on. As Turnover Tulsa enters week 6, they enter as the 128th ranked team in turnover margin with a -7, while giving up 13 turnovers in their first 4 games. Now, Turnover Tulsa, it's like a tongue twister. Say it 10 times fast. They're 128th in the turnover margin. Out of 129 teams, there's only one team worse than them. Can Tulsa control the turnovers today to keep it close? 2 weeks ago against Temple, they had every opportunity to win against Temple. However, they lost by 2 touchdowns. Tulsa outgained Temple by over 100 yards on offense, but they had 5 huge turnovers, which contributed to 2 touchdowns. They kept the Temple backup quarterback, Anthony Russo, to 8-21 in the air and 109 yards in the air with 2 interceptions. The Tulsa defense can probably keep them close. The only thing that's going to matter is if Turnover Tulsa can become just Tulsa tonight. The Houston defense has been absolutely horrendously horrible as of late, giving up 439 yards to Rice, 531 to Arizona, and Arizona absolutely sucks, and 704 yards to Texas Tech. As Russ just pointed out, Tulsa might debut a new quarterback when it visits high-scoring Houston tonight in an American Athletic Conference game. Now, Tulsa offense averaging just 182 yards in the air and 209 on the ground. The Houston offense averaging 355 in the air and 253 in the air, or on the ground. There's no doubt the Houston offense rolls and puts up huge points. All right, guys. The Tulsa defense limiting teams to 175 yards in the air and 182 on the ground. The Houston defense has been getting burned in the air, allowing other teams 389 yards in the air and 114 on the ground. As Russ pointed out, quarterback Luke Skipper has 10 turnovers, 6 interceptions, and 4 fumbles, while opponents have turned Tulsa's 13 turnovers into 55 points. That is why we call them Turnover Tulsa. All right, guys. Now, just because they're prone to a lot of turnovers this year, their quarterbacks thrown a lot of interceptions, fumbled the ball nearly a handful of times. They've given up a horrendous amount of points in 4 games while on offense. I do think Tulsa can keep Houston in check this game. A lean on this game, not an official free play, but a lean on this game. Tulsa plus the 18.5. As of right now, that's what it was earlier when we gave it out, and it's now down to 17.5. It's still at 18 in a couple spots. So Tulsa plus the 18. That is a free lean for everybody. I know a lot of you guys do love Houston to lay the big wood tonight. Rockies. The one-hit Rockies tonight, still losing 2-0. Top of the 8th. 2 outs. They got to get a runner on to have a chance tonight. All right, guys, let's move right along. Tomorrow night, Friday, Utah State versus BYU. Lavelle Edwards Stadium, Provo, Utah. 9 p.m. Eastern will be televised. Game 311 and 312. BYU opened up as a 2.5-point favorite. They're still laying 2.5. Utah State sitting 3-1 straight up, 4-0 against the spread. BYU 3-2 straight up and 3-2 against the spread. Top team trends. Utah State is 8-2 against the spread the last 10 games against opponents that have less than 6 days rest. BYU is 14-30-1 against the spread dating back to year 2000 at home against decent rushing defenses yielding less than 3.6 yards per carry. BYU is 22-8 on the under the last 5 years with head coach. Now, head-to-head trends between Utah State and BYU. Underdogs are 4-9 straight up and 10-3 against the spread in the head-to-head series. They did play last year, September 29th. Utah State beat BYU at home 40-24. BYU looking for some revenge. The old Wagon Wheel Trophy, guys, is up for grabs Friday night for the 65th time in the 88th meeting between these two teams. BYU leads the head-to-head series 48-36-3. Utah State's coming off a bye, and they're looking for their 4th straight victory after losing their opening game to Michigan State 38-31. Utah State could very easily be sitting 4-0, but they're 3-1. BYU, on the other hand, is coming off a 35-7 point loss. Everybody loved BYU on an upset, against Washington last week. Not going to lie, we liked BYU. Vegas liked BYU. Everybody liked BYU. And they all got murdered. Utah State coming off a 500-yard offensive night against Air Force, where they got the job done offensively in just 16 and a half minutes. They put up all their points 2 weeks ago against Air Force. 500 yards of offense. Their offense had the ball for 16 and a half minutes. And they absolutely smashed Air Force. Utah State's Jordan Love threw a career-high 356 yards 2 weeks ago against Air Force. BYU headed to Washington last week, as I was just saying, and they got absolutely physically dominated on every level, on every side of that field. On offense, they only made 7 first downs all night. With this being a drop in class for BYU, as they've already faced 3 ranked teams this year, Utah State is getting no love on the road. Absolutely no love. I love it when a good team gets no love, especially on the road. Utah State offense is averaging 284 yards in the air, 188 on the pound on the ground game. All right, BYU offense averaging only 163 in the air and 132 on the ground. The Utah State defense limiting teams to just 170 in the air and 187 on the ground. The BYU defense, on the other hand, allowing other teams an average of 202 yards in the air and 155 on the ground. Line is currently sitting at +2.5 for Utah State. Free lean on this game, however, I would wait. I expect this line to go to +3. Free lean on the game as of right now. May turn into an official free play tomorrow. You may need to watch our video. I'm not sure just yet. But as far as myself, free lean on this game, if it goes to 3, I like it. 2.5, I still like it, but I like 3 a lot better. I like getting 3 more than 2.5. But honestly, Utah State should have no problem covering the 3 as well as winning outright. So look for that line to go to 3, guys, but there's a free lean on it. Now, let's break down the game for Saturday. And remember, guys, tune in live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. It is bright. It is early in the morning, but we break down college football. We get you guys on a ton of free leans, a ton of free plays, and we make you a bunch of money every single week live Saturday. And guys, the Saturday games, we're going to go over the Saturday games more in depth. Some of the leans may turn into free official plays on Saturday. We usually go over a half a dozen, sometimes more games, break them down, as well as a bunch of leans and free plays. So, but the one that we're going to go over for Saturday, just a little bit early, Syracuse versus Pittsburgh. Syracuse coming off a horrible letdown as they had Clemson pinned, they had Clemson down and beat, and they could not finish the job, unfortunately. Game's going to take place at Heinz Field Saturday, 12:20 on the East Coast, 9:20 here on the West Coast. Will be televised live on the ACC network. Game 323 and 324. Syracuse opened as a 6-point favorite. However, the early money came in on Pittsburgh being the home team, and with Syracuse with their big letdown and their loss over Clemson. That line is now sitting at 3.5, and I really, really like it. All right, guys, Pittsburgh, 2-3 straight up. 1-4 against the spread. I don't know what it is. 2-3 against the spread. Syracuse 4-1 straight up, and 4-1 against the spread as well. Top team trends between Syracuse and Pittsburgh. Syracuse is 6-1 against the spread. Last 2 years on the road with head coach Mr. Baders. Pittsburgh is 0-10 against the spread. Their last 10 games at home against lesser rushing defenses, yielding more than 4.35 yards per carry. Ty, no, we did not give out Houston. Me personally, we gave out a lean on Tulsa plus the 18. This is a new customer who just signed up tonight, so hold on one second. Cappers Direct. Yes, sir. Yes. I do. I'm actually filming live on YouTube. Don't worry. Nobody should be able to hear you, though. I do. I bet all of our consensus plays for $1,000 each, but I bet our premium plays anywhere from 10 to 20 grand a piece. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we just went into detail and broke down the Colts and Patriots game. If you log on to YouTube, you can log on the live version. You can rewind it and listen to the breakdown as well. Yep. I remember. Yep, nope, I bet every game that we put out, I bet. Yep, welcome aboard, bud. Bye-bye. See, guys, you guys get customer service here at Cappers Direct. It's actually a new client who signed up for our 5 days of premium plays for $199. Brian, you weren't supposed to hear him. He was actually asking a question, his new client. He actually didn't even know that we're filming live, so maybe he'll come join us. Hopefully he comes and joins us. All right, guys, where were we? There we go. Syracuse is 13-2 on the under. Their last 15 games against other ACC teams. Head-to-head trends, the under. Under the total is 5-1 in the last 6 of the Syracuse-Pittsburgh head-to-head series. Verlin, I do appreciate it. They played last year. Syracuse won 27-24 in Syracuse. However, it was a push as the line was 3. Both teams coming off losses last week, but nobody in college football is in the dumps after losing more than Syracuse last week. After dominating Clemson the entire game last week and losing in the end 27-23 in Death Valley. Oh, what a disaster for Syracuse. I was rooting for them. We did not have a play on that game, and I was absolutely rooting for Syracuse to knock off Clemson. As you can tell, I'm not a Clemson fan. Now they've got a tough road game against Pittsburgh, who's coming off a road loss to UCF, losing 45-14. Syracuse, no doubt, is the better team on paper and on the field, in my opinion. Coming off a big loss, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to their first loss of the season and see if they can get back on track with a big game on the road. The line has been dropping all week with the early money coming in on Pittsburgh, and that makes me even more excited, guys. I like Syracuse in this game. I'm not lying to you. As of right now, I love Syracuse in this game. The line is 6. It's already down to 3.5, which makes me like it even more. Now, I look for the line to possibly drop to Syracuse -3, maybe 2.5 in the next day and a half. But I think Saturday morning, you're going to start seeing this line creep back up. So if it drops to 3, even better. All right, guys? Syracuse offense, averaging 246 yards in the air, 235 on the ground. Pittsburgh offense, averaging just 152 yards in the air, 192 on the ground. Syracuse defense, limiting teams to 239 yards in the air and 163 on the ground. The Pittsburgh defense has been allowing 230 in the air and 201 ground yards per game on average. As Russ just said, Syracuse quarterback has accounted for 15 touchdowns, 9 passing, with 2 interceptions, while compiling 1,378 yards of total offense this season. And it's an early season. Free lean on this game as of right now, Syracuse -3.5. However, I look for that line to hit 3 between now and tomorrow. And then watch out come Saturday morning, guys. I look for that line to jump straight back up to where it opened. I think we're going to see a 2 or 3 point move come Saturday when the Sharps start absolutely pounding Syracuse come Saturday. Now, moving right along in the program, we are going to talk about some Real Talk. Very short segment on Real Talk today. We're going to discuss some affiliate codes, betting with people who actually bet the same games that you do, and BetterX's NHL, NBA, and World Series future bet. All right, guys. First, if you guys watched this last weekend live, then you already heard about my speech about affiliate codes, okay? One thing that I don't like is you see this all the time. When a sports service gives out an affiliate code to an online sports book, if you're taking plays from somebody, it doesn't matter if they're free. It doesn't matter if you're paying them. If they're also recommending you to a sports book, and they say, hey, I'm going to send you the link. Click this link, or put in this code for a big bonus. Watch out. You're being taken advantage of. Okay? The reason why I say this is because it's unethical for a sports service to refer you to a sports book and give you an affiliate code, because what that means is when you lose, they're making money off of you. The offshore sports books will pay just about anybody to be an affiliate. And the way the affiliate makes money is when you lose. They split the profits anywhere from 20% to 50% of whatever you lose. Whoever's giving you games and signed you up is going to make that money off the back end of your losses. Very unethical. So, in order to show you that, we get multiple offers from offshore sports books, and a lot of them the same, as they want our user base. They keep pounding us and saying, become an affiliate, become an affiliate. We will never do that. Now, if they want to pay us outright and be a sponsor, come on board. You can pay to be on the show, Cappers Direct, put your logo wherever the hell you want it. But I'm not going to give out no affiliate link, because I think it's unethical and it's wrong and it's a scam to make money when you lose. I want you guys all to win, not lose. So here's an email that we got. Oop. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Here's an email that we got last week from Asia Connect, which is a huge sportsbook corporation. They own multiple sports books. And if you scroll down and you look at the fourth paragraph, where it says, not only can you earn a commission from customers' turnovers You can also get up to 25% revenue share from each customer that you get. So what that means, guys, is these guys were willing to give me 25% of whatever you lose at their casino. That would be unethical if we did that. No sports service should ever partake in this. So if you're getting games from somebody who refers you to a book and you wonder why you're losing thousands of dollars, even when you tell that ding-dong to go pound sand and you quit paying or quit taking his games anymore, he's still making money when you lose on your own or with somebody else. So, with that being said, be careful. Be very, very careful. You'll never see that here, guys. We will never partake in that. It'll never happen, all right? You guys have my word on that one. If they want to pay to be an advertiser, I'll let them on. And I say that in my reply to them, and it's right there. So, now, next part I want to talk about and I want to touch. Start betting with people that actually bet the same games they give you. Now, I just got a phone call from a new customer that just signed up today for our premium play special. 5 days for $199. See, it's not about the money. I don't care if you guys sign up or don't. You take my free leans, bet them, my free plays, bet them. More power to you. You don't have to sign up with us, all right, for me to take care of you guys and enjoy your guys' company when you guys log on live. But if you want to come over to us, one thing that you're going to get is you're going to get somebody who is always betting the same games that you guys are getting. It doesn't matter if they are our small free plays. It doesn't matter if they're our big premium plays. It doesn't matter if it's one of my private selections. If I'm giving it out, I'm absolutely betting it. And I have no problem showing copies of my tickets, showing videos of me betting live. Sorry, I'm actually typing on Twitter right now, a free play. I'm going to give out a free play if it hasn't already started yet. It might have started. Nope. We got 20-something minutes. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you might want to. Cap Nation Kyle, at Cap Nation Kyle. I'm giving out a free play on Twitter over there. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you really, really should be. So, follow me on Twitter. All right, I just posted that in the comments. So, you guys should be betting with somebody who's actually betting the games. It don't matter if they're my free plays or my big games. If I'm giving them out, I'm betting them. All right? And I'm actually going to start doing more live videos of me actually betting the games. It don't matter if it's on the computer or at the window. I'm going to try my best. I forget a lot, but I'm going to start trying to go live more often. And I got to be discreet about it because they don't like cell phones. You can't have cameras out when you go up to the window. And a lot of times they don't even like cell phones. So I try and hold it to my chest to be more discreet. That way I don't get kicked out of the sports book when they find out I'm going live. All right? So, but here's a quick little video from a couple weeks ago when I was down in Laughlin. And what it's like, because I know a lot of you guys have never been to the casino before, or Vegas, and been able to see what it's like to bet actually at the window. So enjoy this quick little video. It's a minute and a half long other than that, and then we'll jump right back into it. After that, I'm going to go over, show you guys what BetterX bet is, some futures. We're going to go over Major League Baseball, hockey, the NFL, and we're going to wrap it up. So here's this video of me betting. I know a lot of you guys have already seen it, but all the new people haven't. These were our smaller consensus plays that I bet. But I think, if I remember correctly, it was like a $500 three-team.
Waiting on the same game as he was.
With,
Do you need my card again to make another bet?
no, on money line.
Oh, just money line?
Yeah, money line on both.
I'll be here. There's no money line on that.
Stacy,
No money line.
choice.
Whatever.
Right.
Whatever you want to bet
All
on.
right, 350.
You do a parlay.
Okay.
Remind me of Thomas.
344. Can I buy it down a half a point?
Colorado for
So
by itself?
35 even?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Okay.
And then 344 over.
Okay. So 55 and a half.
Uh huh. That's same game, right? Yep. And then 360 Iowa, please.
Okay, for 3.5.
Yes. For 1,000.
So I can't do the over with Ohio because it's not 4 times the over number. So I can only do one or the other.
We'll do Ohio State then. We'll keep Ohio State.
You still want it for 1,000?
No, do it for
Is
1,000.
that like barbecue brisket?
I was hoping to make more. Do it for 1,000.
Yeah.
The parlay? Or can I do separate?
No, it's just because it's too high. It's probably over minus 5,000.
But it's right.
Yeah.
1,100 coming back. Yeah. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1,000 and 100.
And
All right, we're back. That was just a quick little video from when I was down in Laughlin a couple weeks ago. A little impromptu visit. Betting live. That was actually a live video. I know Brian actually watched it live. And I'm going to start doing that more often. I know I forgot my drink ticket. I just charge everything to the room anyways and the host comps it. Speaking of drink tickets, one of our viewers, Hootie by Night, has a drink ticket that I owe him actually. He made me bet a beer last night that, and I'm still disappointed he didn't give me any runs. That our free play on the A's would not win. So Hootie by Night says he likes Budweiser, so he sounds like a pretty cheap date. I might just buy him 2. But I should have got some runs on that game. I should have got 2.5 runs on that game for a beer. But it's all right. I'll pay my debt when I head over to the Summerlin area and get Hootie by Night his beer that I owe him. Verlin, I do appreciate it, bud. Absolutely 100% real. Shoot from the hip, straight shooter, and you won't find that anywhere else. But we are rolling on time, and I've got a Vegas Knights game to go to. I have tickets to Gold Knights opening night tonight, so let's keep this rolling. And first, let's jump straight back into Better X's futures that he just made. We're going to go over these. 5 futures all wagered at the South Point. Now, the stuff that's blurred out are the account numbers of the player. What he did was, first he bet a Major League Baseball one on the Milwaukee Brewers at plus 600 to win the World Series. He wagered $3,000 to win 18 for a total payoff of $21,000. And there's no doubt about it. If the Brewers can get through the Rockies, which they're getting through game 1, and if they can get through the Dodgers, they have a very good chance. Now, it ain't over yet because Colorado's finally got a runner on first with no outs. So, for all the Rocky bettors out there, the big underdogs that like taking dogs, I mean, I could have just very well easily gave you guys the Yankees minus 190 or whatever it was last night and then just been a big dickhead. Oh, excuse my language. I cursed. I gave in. But we like to take dogs. So, in the NBA, he made 2 futures wagers. All right, the Dallas Mavericks to win over the total games, over 35.5 games. He risked 11,000 to win 10 for a total payoff of $21,000. He also took the Miami Heat over their team total wins of 42.5 wins. He wagered $11,000 to win 10 for a total payoff of 21. Now in the NHL, National Hockey League, he took the total points. You get 2 wins for a point, 1 for making overtime, etc., etc., etc. All right? He took the San Jose Sharks over 101. He wagered $8,250 for a total payoff of $15,750. So for a profit, a net profit of $7,500. He also made the same exact dollar amount wager on the Buffalo Sabres total over 80.5 points. He wagered $8,250 to win $15,750 for a total payoff. Those are some pretty neat future bets. He got murdered this weekend. And he's looking for a big weekend coming up. I did talk to him earlier today. He did not bet anything today, but he's going to have some bets tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. And I'm trying to actually get him on the show. I even said even if I could just get your voice, you call in to call in live and talk about your huge bets. We're going to see if we can get him on. So I'm trying to entice him. He's trying to remain anonymous. And I told him we can keep his identity out there. Obviously, he can't hide his voice, but we can keep his identity out there. So we'll see. We might be able to get him on in the next week or two to discuss his huge wagers and his lifetime winning. There's a score update. I don't know if this is correct. Oh, no. They messed up. Man, boy, did they get me excited. Scores Mobile, I'm checking on Scores Mobile, guys. It just said that there was a double and 2 runners scored for the Rockies. I about jumped for joy. Come to find out, I think it was a single. Somebody give me an update on the Rockies already. Come on, guys. Something under review. What is going on? And you know what? I'm going to start making them put games on this TV over here for me because I'm getting tired of not watching the games. All right, well, give me the update. Once they announce that it's a fair ball. See, Scores Mobile says it's 2-1 with runners on second and third. I hope that's true. All right, guys. So that was Better X's futures bets that he just made a couple on the NBA, a couple on hockey. He's going to have more in the future. And when I get them, I will show them to you guys. Now, Major League Baseball. Who's hot? Who's not? We no longer have the fade list in Major League Baseball. But I will be talking about a new fade list coming up here shortly in the weeks to come. But if you tuned into last week's final Major League Baseball fade list, I don't like that update. Boo. I need some sound effects. But if you tuned into last week's fade list, we told you to fade the Orioles, the Royals, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, the Rangers, the Marlins, the Angels, and the Giants. If you took our advice on the fade list, you went 20-8. overall, the last 7 weeks, since we started this show on Thursdays, our fade list is 173-99. Not too shabby for something that costs nothing. Ooh. I do believe if it touches the line, like in tennis, any part of the line is supposed to be fair ball. Sounds like Colorado's getting burned there. I will tell you this. Baseball, Major League Baseball, does not want a Rockies World Series. They need the Dodgers and the Yankees, etc., etc. So, last week, recapping our fade list. We told you to fade the Orioles. They went 1-3. Cha-ching. We told you to fade the Royals. They went 2-2. We lost a little bit of juice. We told you to fade the Detroit Tigers. They went 0-4. Bada boom. We told you to fade the Toronto Blue Jays. They went 1-2. Money. We told you to fade the Rangers. They went 1-3. More money. We told you to fade the Miami Marlins. They went 1-2. More money. We told you to fade the LA Angels. They went 2-1. Cost us some bet. Bummer. Then we told you to fade the Giants. Their last 3 games of the year against the Dodgers. What did they do? 0 wins, 3 losses, for another huge score. Overall, our fade list, guys, went 20-8 and put a bunch more money in your guys' pocket. Now, Major League Baseball playoff matches. They're underway, all right? We saw the Rockies advance. They're playing tonight, game 1. They advanced in the wild card game. We actually gave them out as a free play, plus 125. Everybody cashed on that one. And then the Yankees advanced last night, beating our Oakland A's, and they're advancing in the wild card, and they play the Red Sox tomorrow. Did I say the Cubs are hot? Cubs are not hot if I said it. I don't even know what I said. I'm on too much medication. The Rockies are hot. The Brewers are hot. The Cubs are still hot. Hot on losing. All right, there we go. Colorado finally on the board, 1-2. No outs. Runner on first and second. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not going to lie. We do have the Rockies for a play. We do have the Rockies for a play. So I'm not going to lie. There is a reason why I'm rooting for them. I like dogs, if you haven't noticed. Just not in the women kind. Now, National League playoff races. 2 games today. If you guys haven't already went to Twitter, I gave out a free game on Twitter. A free play on Twitter. If you did not go... Hold on. I don't even think it posted. I think I just tweeted somebody else my free play. I'm not a big Twitter person, so hold on. Hootie by Night window. Did my tweet go out? All right. At Cap Nation Kyle, go find me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I just posted a free play. I think it finally went out. Oh, Princess Chachu saw it. All right, there we go. Bases loaded. I like to hear that. We're going to have a Milwaukee meltdown. Here we go. All right. So, the match, one matchup's already going on. Colorado versus Milwaukee. That game is ending. I'm not going to lie. I actually took the Rockies in the 3rd inning, +2, and I got it at plus $1.05. As well as I bet them on the money line earlier in the day. Now, in 10 minutes. How's that stream, guys? Stream is still up. It just flashed and said we were offline. offline. Just want to make sure you guys are still good to go. You guys can still hear me? Everybody's still good. Well, I'm going to keep talking in case we're good. Hopefully somebody... Okay, still good. Good. In just a couple minutes, Atlanta versus the LA Dodgers is game number 2 on the day today. And then tomorrow, you guys are going to start seeing the playoff matches between the Indians and the Astros and the Yankees versus the Bostons. I have a free Major League Baseball play for you guys tomorrow, and I think you guys are going to like it. Brian just said 2-2, 1 out. Jesus just said Colorado tied the game. All I got to say is in baseball or anything in sports, it is never over until it's over. All right, with that being said. Thank you, Verlin. I'm actually going to, I love hockey, and believe it or not, I actually have season seats to the Knights. And I actually I've had season seats for like 12 years to the Arizona Coyotes, 10 years, 11 years now, to the Arizona Coyotes. Although I don't go to many games down there anymore. So I give them away. I got a bunch of clients that come into town, some snowbirds that come from Canada, and I give out all those tickets. I got some family down there too we give tickets to. So if anybody's in the Phoenix area and they want free Coyotes tickets all the time, just let me know. I'll get you guys some tickets. But yes, in anything, in baseball, it's never over till it's over. All right? Especially if you're down by 1, 2, or 3 runs, that's just a base runner or 2 on board and 1 swing of the bat. You know, Colorado, they got runner on first and third with 1 out, and it's tied 2-2 now. They were down 2-0. 1 swing of the bat, we could be looking at a 5-2 game right now. All right? So, holding on strong. Russ just said, touchdown Notre Dame. A lot of games going on, a lot of money to be made. All right? But a bigger one, Houston did score. Tulsa was up 10-0 to start the game. Remember, guys, we gave you that lead on Tulsa plus the 18, and they were up 10-0. That was looking pretty sweet. Troy winning 21-0, 12 minutes left in the second quarter. I did start Tom Brady tonight on my Big Money Fantasy League. I play in a Big Money Fantasy League. It's a $1,000 buy-in and $100 per transaction. So, free play for tomorrow, guys. Free play for tomorrow. These Rockies better not screw this opportunity up. Runner on first and second, 2 outs. They need to get out of this inning with the lead. All right? Free play for tomorrow, 7:32 Eastern Time, 4:32 here in Vegas and the rest of the West Coast. Yankees versus the Red Sox. Line's got the Red Sox favored by 190 on the money line, minus 190. Yankees getting plus 170. Over and under of 8 runs. Free play for tomorrow night, guys. The Yankees plus 170. Chris Sale. They have been lying to you, saying they've been prepping them for the playoffs. He's only been getting 3 to 3.5 innings per game. All right, last couple outings. He is injured. He's been playing injured. And we've talked to pitchers in the league and retired, and they will all confirm it. If he's getting a tune-up for the playoffs, he keeps playing. He doesn't pitch 3 innings and then quit, then pull him. So, Yankees should manhandle the Red Sox in the playoffs. Yankees are healthy. Boston's not. Pitching matchups go to the Yankees. Hitting matchups go to the Yankees. The only thing Boston's got on their side is home field advantage. But tomorrow, Yankees plus 170. Big money line underdog winner. Free play for tomorrow. Yankees plus 170. I'm going to put that in the comments. Man, as soon as all the games start, we lose all our viewers. Maybe we need to go 2 hours earlier. Maybe we need to start live at 3 p.m. On the West Coast, 6 on the East Coast. I like to keep the viewers. We haven't even got to the NFL yet. All right, guys. NHL hockey, it is back. It is starting tonight. And as soon as we're done, I'm going to the game. I got my Golden Knights t-shirt on. The wife just bought me a nice new t-shirt for opening night. We kick off hockey tonight. And for our show, we're going to kick off hockey next week. All right? We're not going to dive into it this week. We're going to monitor it. We're going to see what's going on. And by the way, stay tuned. In the next couple of weeks, we're bringing our fade list to the NHL. We're taking it from Major League Baseball, and we're bringing it to the NHL. It's very popular. A lot of people love hearing who we're fading, and it made a bunch of money this year. So we're going to kick that off in the next couple of weeks. We need to monitor some teams at the beginning of the season before we give out the fade list. So now we're going to move right along to our NFL segment. But first, we have this quick 30-second video from my buddies, where you guys can find me on a daily basis, over at cappersdirect.com. They are the headlining sponsor for all the Cappers Nation shows. So 30 seconds, I will be back. Don't go anywhere. We've got some more games to break down and some more leans and some great information. We are back. Thank you, guys. We are back, and it's time to kick off our NFL segment. We've been going for an hour and 36 minutes strong. We're down to under 100 viewers, which tells me we need to make this show even earlier. So we'll see. But as of right now, we're going to keep it at the same time next Thursday. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. First game on the docket in the NFL that we're going to go over for Sunday, Atlanta Falcons versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow, what a tough game to handicap. All right, game 461, 462. Game's taking place in Heinz Field, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh -4 is the line when it opened. They are already down to -3. The Falcons sitting on just 1-3 straight up, 1-3 against the spread. Steelers are 1-2-1 straight up, and 1-3 against the spread. Two not so good teams against the spread this year, but two actually really good teams. They're just not playing any defense. Now, top team trends between these two teams. Pittsburgh is 14-6 against the spread the last 5 years after a straight up loss. All right, Atlanta is 0-7 against the spread in their last 7 games against the AFC. Atlanta is just 15-4-1 on the under the last 5 years on the road when they're playing on grass fields. All right, guys, head-to-head trends. The favorites are 3-3 straight up and 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games between the Falcons and the Steelers. Head-to-head, the favorites are 1-6 against the spread. Keep that in mind. All right, guys, this has to be one of the most difficult games on the board on NFL Sunday to handicap this week. All right, with one of the worst defenses in the league, the Atlanta Falcons have been allowing teams to score an average of 30.5 points per game. The Steelers' defense is not much different in that they're allowing teams to score an average of 29 points per game. All right, the last 3 Atlanta games have gone over the total. However, their previous 8 games dating back to last season all went under. The under is 7-3 in the last 10 Atlanta games. Pittsburgh has averaging scoring 25.5 points per game, while their defense has been allowing 29 points per game on average, and thus the reason the total in the Pittsburgh games this year alone are 3-1 in their last 4. All right, 3-1 on the over for the Steelers games in the first 4 games this year. Last week, the game went under the total of 51, with Pittsburgh They lost to the Ravens 26-14. That game went under. All right. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, the end zone battle, it still continues. It's just not happening. All right. They're not connecting in the end zone like they should be. But it doesn't bother me because I've got Ridley on my fantasy team, and he is absolutely bringing me the money on my fantasy team. Pittsburgh is just 3-6 against the spread in their last 9 games at Heinz Field as a favorite. Remember that. Pittsburgh is notoriously a strong team at home. Not lately. When they're favored at home, they're 3-6 in their last 9 games. Atlanta is just 4-7 against the spread in their last 11 games on the road. When I'm going to read you all these stats, some information, all right? The over is very possibly, the over, it's very possible, guys, and I can see it happening. However, both teams have not proven to have any consistency at all this year. The Falcons averaging scoring 29 points per game. The Steelers, 25.5. The Falcons have been giving up 30.5 points per game. The Steelers, 29. The Falcons offense with Matt Ryan averaging 315 yards in the air, 96 on the ground. The Steelers offense averaging 339 in the air with Big Ben and 72 on the ground. The Falcons defense has been giving up 284 yards in the air and 119 on the ground game. The Steelers defense has been giving up 305 in the air and 116 on the ground. Yes, Mike, I'm still talking, all right? We break down college football, the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NHL, and we do a lot of bullshitting in between. It's a 2-hour live show. So, of course, I got to talk, unless you want to come do it. So, nice little lean for everybody. Nice little lean for everybody. Honestly, before I'm even going to give out a lean on this game, I'm going to change my tune on this one. Before I give out a lean on this game, I need to see some more things. Everything screams the over in this game, but I don't want to jump to a gun and give you guys something that I may end up changing my opinion on later. Brian, it goes really fast. 2 bottles of water, 2 hours is done. So before I give you guys an official lean or maybe even a free play, tune in live Sunday morning. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, we're going to break down this game again, and I will have a free official lean or possibly a free play on this game. So I don't want to give you guys one way or another just yet. Need to see a few more things before I'm confident enough to give you guys something. Because one thing I never want to do is just give you guys anything. Did the Rockies get out of the inning yet? Brian, that's actually the next game on the list. Believe it or not, that is the next one we're going to discuss. The Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Very, very, very good question. Why is Green Bay only getting 1 point on the road against a 1-3 Detroit Lions? Line opened up as a pick'em, believe it or not. Game 463 and 464. Line opened up as a pick'em. It is now the Packers giving 1 point. They're laying 1 point on the road in Detroit. Packers sitting 2-1-1 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. Lions sitting 1-3 straight up and 3-1 against the spread. All right. Top team trends. Green Bay is 6-1 against the spread. Their last 7 games on the road versus opponents before a bye. Detroit is 16-2 against the spread. Their last 25 games at home against good teams with an 80% or better winning percentage. Detroit is 8-0. Yes, 8-0 on the over their last 8 games against opponents after playing Buffalo. Head-to-head trends. The favorites are 20-4 straight up and 18-6 against the spread in their last 24 meetings between the Packers and the Lions. Now, they did play twice last year. The Lions beat the Packers twice last year. However, they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. The Packers have not been bad. However, their record after 4 games shows otherwise, sitting 2-1-1. All right? They're 2-2 against the spread so far this year, with wins against the Bears and the Bills. There's nothing really good to show for that in a tie with the Vikings. Last week, Green Bay got back to their old ways, and they definitely got their ground game rolling against the Bills, who they beat 22-0. The good thing for the Packers going into this week is last week, Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys, they ran for miles against the Detroit defense. All right, the Cowboys beat the Lions last week 26-24, and they pounded them with Ezekiel Elliott on the ground. Look for the Packers to establish the run early and often against the Lions. Now, the Packers are 27-12 on the over in their last 39 games. 6 of the last 7 head-to-head games between these two teams have also gone over. While Detroit beat the Packers last year, they beat them twice, 35-11 and 30-17. Both of those wins came by the Lions. They were without Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay did not have Aaron Rodgers for both their losses last season, all right, against Detroit. As I was saying earlier, the running game is going to be very crucial for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers so that they can set up the passing game for a injured and hobbling Aaron Rodgers, all right? Much of the same for Matt Stafford on the other side. The Detroit defensive line is going to have to keep Matthew Stafford on his feet, protect him, and allow him to make smart decisions in the pocket. Last week, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Graham, finally got things rolling, all right, last week. And I look for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers to get Jimmy Graham back in action early and often, and it will compensate that run game if they can get the run game going, which they should have no problem running against the Detroit defensive line. Absolutely no problem. Now, everything and its mother points to the over in this matchup early in the week. All right. As of looking at things right now, everything and the mother looks towards the over. All right. The Packers averaging 23 points per game. Lions averaging scoring 23.5. The Packers have been giving up 20.8 points per game on average. The Lions averaging 28.5. Packers offense averaging 269 yards in the air and 102 on the ground. The Lions offense averaging 292 in the air and 98 on the ground. Offensively, as many points as each team scoring, as many yards as they're getting in the air, as many yards as they're getting on the ground, very, very similar. Now, Packers defense, allowing 218 yards in the air, and 108 on the ground. Then there's the Lions defense, averaging 172 yards in the air, giving up, while getting murdered, averaging 158 yards, giving up 158 yards on the ground. So where the Lions defense has the advantage as far as limiting teams to 172 yards in the air, however, on the ground, they have no advantage. They're averaging, giving up more than 50 yards more on the ground. Look for the Packers to have another 3-digit, 100-plus yard game on the ground. Free lean on the game as of right now. I'm going to probably have a lean on the side, and I'm going to make a note to put a side lean for Sunday. For Sunday's show at 9 a.m. But as of right now, lean on this game over 51. Now, to address Brian's question, Brian asked a little bit ago, why is Green Bay only laying 1? Well, when you look at both teams, other than their records, Green Bay being 2-1-1, the Lions being 1-3. When you look at their offensive record, their offensive stats, they're same thing on the defensive side. The teams are very even. The teams are very even. Factor in a field goal for home field advantage. If you were to take that game and put it in Green Bay, the odds makers would probably have Green Bay laying 4 points or 4.5. Okay, so the line's probably pretty correct. It's very enticing to take Green Bay -1. You have to ask yourself, like Brian did, why? A lot of it has to do with what the bettors are going to see. That Detroit beat them twice last year, whereas the average bettor is not going to go back and research and see if Aaron Rodgers was playing. Okay, so Vegas will take advantage of anybody and everybody they can. So free lean on that game, over 51 to start. I made a note to have a lean for Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in on Sunday and Saturday. We'll be live Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. We break down college football on Saturdays. All things sports betting with college football. Bunch of free leans, bunch of free plays Saturday. Same thing with Sunday, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. We'll break down the NFL and get you guys on some more free leans and a bunch of free plays. And we'll go over what BetterX has, win, lose, or draw. And remember, I don't endorse what BetterX bet, so please, if you're betting as plays, bet responsibly. And always, hey guys, bet responsibly, bet within your means. There was somebody posting a nasty comment last night because we lost the A's. We gave out the A's. Take it easy, Brian. Thanks for tuning in, bud. We gave out the A's at plus 165 and they lost. And this guy posts how we ruined his life or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. Guys, if you can't afford to be betting, don't be betting. Please. Please, come back another time. All right? Or don't watch our videos. Go watch somebody else's. Real quick, I didn't get to go over all the specials for everybody that's still watching over at Cappers Direct for the rest of the week. We've got a couple great specials, guys. You can get 5 days of our premium plays for $199. It's an absolute steal of a deal. It's 5 days for $199. You get it right on the website, cappersdirect.com. Or there's even a better one. If you think you're going to be around long term, excuse me, I need to blow my nose. If you think you're going to be around long term, we are running, and we've ran this before. Excuse me. It's buy 1 month, get 1 month free. Okay? So you're basically paying for 1 month. It's expensive up front, guys. It's $3,000. But you're going to get 2 months free. So you're getting 3 months for the price of one. So it's $3,000. You get it right on our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the Premium Play tab. It drops your average price down to $1,000 a week, okay? Or $1,000 a month, or $250 a week on average. All right, for our best games, our premium plays, everyone that we put out, the rest of baseball, college football, the NFL, NBA starting up here shortly. You'll get them all, including college basketball when that starts as well. Now, the last one. The last one is our system plays. They were $1,500 a month since the All-Star break. We're 81-4 on our system plays. All right, 81-4 on our system plays, and we will have system plays throughout the playoffs. There's not going to be a lot of them, but you guys can get every single one that we put out in baseball between now and the World Series for $199, and you get those on our website as well. Same place as the premium plays. All right, guys. So those are the specials. I forgot to mention them earlier. Yada, yada, yada. But thank you guys for tuning in. I do need to thank our sponsors, cappersdirect.com, Papa Dan's Beef Jerky, 100unitpicks.com, rcpicks.com. Our haters out there, which we didn't get any today, so that was actually nice and refreshing. But again, to everybody that made it towards the end, I don't know what we hit before. I'll see the numbers later when all the numbers come in, but I think we hit over 5,000 views today at one time, which was absolutely amazing. That is cool. But to the 30 or so guys that are tuning in till the end of the wire, thank you guys. I do greatly appreciate it. Hootie by Night, I already mentioned your free beer. You got a drink ticket, and I may just buy you 2 since you drink Budweiser. I'm on the prescription. I ain't forgetting. It's in my Twitter that I owe you a beer. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I am headed to the Golden Knights game. Enjoy your guys' night. Bet responsibly. Always bet within your means. All right, guys. Brian, that's awesome. I wish we could get some good viewership on Saturday or Sunday. I actually like True Redneck Beer Drinks Budweiser. I actually like the Saturday, even though it's so early in the morning. I don't know what it is about the Saturday. Maybe it's because I'm more comfortable. I'm sitting at my desk. It's just more comfortable in my office where I do the Saturday and Sunday shows. So, I don't know. I like the weekend shows. I wish we could get the viewership up. But again, thanks guys for tuning in. I'm going to get out of here. I'm leaving my car at the office. And I'm going to catch a cab down to the T-Mobile Arena and go enjoy some Golden Knights hockey. So guys, thank you. We will see you guys live. There'll be another video later tonight recapping the free play we gave out, the over, as well as free play for tomorrow in college football. So make sure you guys check out that video, and we will catch you guys soon. See you guys live on Saturday morning, 9 a.m.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.